Dear students, welcome to live revision classes for tomorrow's mathematics state level preparatory examination. In this live video, what you are going to learn is chapter wise quick revision and important concepts for the exam, and also marks allotment, that is unit wise how much marks you can expect and the type of question you can expect for the examination. And also you should know the importance of the 4 model paper released by Sslc board. And also, dear students, do watch the complete session and make best use of it. Before we start the session, have part 1 and part 2 textbook with you, and also have book and pen so that you can make a note of all the important formulas, questions what we are going to discuss now. And very importantly, do join the WhatsApp channel. The link is in the description, so that what are the important study material which I get, which will be shared in the WhatsApp channel. So hardly we have left with around 20 days for the examination. So do not waste any time and prepare well for the exam. So we'll be starting the quick chapter wise revision. Dear students, so make a note of all the Dear students, so make a note of all the points what we are going to discuss now. The first chapter what we are going to discuss is real numbers. So from the unit real numbers, so how many marks you can expect? You can expect around 4 to 5 marks. In the examination, you can expect around 4 to 5 marks. 4 to 5 marks. For 1 mark, you can expect 1 mark 1 question, 2 mark 1 question, or 3 mark 1 question. Definitely it will be there for 3 mark or 2 mark or 1 mark 2 questions, one in MCQ and one in short answers. See, for 1 mark you will have like definition of composite number, what are composite numbers? The numbers which has more than 2 factors, or definition of prime numbers. So what are prime numbers? The numbers which has factors 1 and the number itself. Next, rational number definition. It will be asked in 1 mark. Rational number and irrational number. And the important theorem what we have is fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Fundamental theorem of arithmetic, it says that every composite number can be expressed as a product of primes. So this factorization is unique apart from the order in which the prime factors occurs. So for the statement of fundamental theorem of arithmetic is also important. Then you have important for 2 marks they can ask like prove that 6 plus root 2 is irrational, or 5 plus root 3 is irrational for 2 marks. Otherwise, for 3 marks, they can ask, prove that root 2 or root 3 or root 5 as irrational number for 3 marks. Apart from this, what kind of questions you can expect? You can expect like the relationship between HCF and LCM. HCF into LCM of two numbers is what? Product of two numbers. The product of HCF into LCM is what? Product of the numbers. Dear students, so these are the important concepts. So this, see, I have solved all these problems and I have posted in a separate video. You can check it in my YouTube channel. So definitely you can score around 4 to 5 marks from this chapter. So when the HCF is given and the LCM is given, if they are given one of the numbers, you should find out the other number for simple 1 mark question. So next chapter what we are going to discuss is polynomials. See, from the polynomials again very important chapter, easily can score around 5 marks. See, the degree of linear polynomial. Based on the degree, you will have one definite question. The degree of linear polynomial is 1, quadratic polynomial is 2, cubic. The degree of cubic polynomial is 3. And also when the graph is given, of the polynomial, you should find out the number of zeros. The graph which intersects at how many points it touches the x-axis, that is the number. Here it is 3. So therefore the number of zeros is 3. Again, when the polynomial is given 2x cube minus 5x plus 6, this is an example. What is the degree of this polynomial? The highest power of the polynomial is called as, here degree equals what? It is 3. Degree equals what? It is 3. And also finding the zeros of the polynomial, zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Very important 3 mark definite question. Finding the zeros, that is alpha and beta of the polynomial. Then you should verify the relationship between its coefficient, that is sum of zeros alpha plus beta equals minus b by a. Product of zeros equals what? C by, simple quadratic polynomial will be given. What you should find out? You should find out alpha, beta, then verify its relationship with the coefficient. And also, dear students, what you can expect, see, after finding out alpha and beta, that is zeros, they might ask, evaluate the expression like alpha plus beta or alpha minus beta or any expression they'll give. What you should do is, you should find out the value, substitute the alpha and beta values, then you should simplify it to get the value. That's why this kind of question will be asked for 3 mark. So from this chapter you can easily score around 3 plus 1 plus 1, around 5 marks you can easily score from the unit polynomials. And also the standard form of quadratic polynomial, when alpha and beta is given, to find out the quadratic polynomial, x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. Based on this, when they have given the zeros, they can, if in 1 mark they can ask you to find out the quadratic polynomial. Just find out the sum and product, substitute it, you will get the quadratic polynomial. And also, dear students, find out the value of the polynomial. For example, when the polynomial p of x equals x square plus 5x plus 6, it is the polynomial. If they ask you to find out the value of p of 0, that means replace x by 0, that is 0 square plus 5 into 0 plus 6. You will get p of 0 equals what? 6. In the same way, they can ask you to find out p of minus 1, p of minus 2, or p of 1, p of minus 1. So what you should do, you should substitute and you should find out. So passing and scoring above 50 plus is very easy in mathematics. I wanted to tell about the model papers released by the SLC board. See, dear students, the SLC board has released 4 model papers. So they have released 4 model papers. If you solve all these 4 model papers, definitely you can score good marks in the examination. See, all these model papers, do download and try to solve all these model papers. Try to learn each and every question in the model paper so that it will be very beneficial for your examination. Usually the board used to release only 1 model paper every year, maximum 2, but this year they have released 4 model papers. Definitely keeping in the mind that to increase the passing outcome of the 10th standard student, they have released 4 model papers. If you analyze and solve all these 4 model papers from all the subjects, definitely the pattern will be similar. Definitely you can score good marks. So moving to next chapter. Next chapter, pair of linear equations. So make a note of all this in 2 variables. So do watch the complete video, make the best use of this live session so that it will be a good revision for your tomorrow's exam. So pair of linear equations in 2 variables. Here you should know the condition of 3 lines. So how many marks you can expect? Definitely you know that for 4 marks you will have graph, then elimination method for 2 marks, and 1 mark in MCQ and 1 mark in 1 short answers. That is, you can from this chapter you can expect around 8 marks. So easily you can score 8 marks. So graphs, simple questions will be asked. Definitely you need to learn that first. If you have not learn graph. Already I have posted a video solving pair of linear equation graphically. Then elimination method also I have posted. Apart from this, in 1 mark they can ask what kind of question? Condition for line, intersecting line. Intersecting line. What are the 3 types of line we have? Lines, intersecting lines, coincident line. Coincident lines and parallel lines. So for co-intersecting line, what is the condition? The ratio A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. How many solution it will have? It will have unique solution. That is only one solution. Coincident line, what is the condition? A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. How many solution? Infinitely many solution. Infinitely many solution will be there. For parallel lines, A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2. How many solution? No solution. See, for intersecting and coincident line, we call this as consistent pair. And for parallel lines, we call inconsistent. Definitely based on this three condition, definitely the question will be there. You can expect question based on this intersecting lines, coincident line, parallel lines. Intersecting lines, the condition is a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. How many solution? Unique solution or single solution or exactly one solution. For coincident line, what is the condition? a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, which is not equal to what? C1 by C2. A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 equals to C1 by C2. How many solutions? Infinitely many solutions. For parallel lines, A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, which is not equal to C1 by C2. For 2 marks, what kind of question you can expect? Elimination method. If they mention elimination method, do it by elimination method. Otherwise, you can use the substitution method also, whichever you feel easy. Then for 4 marks, what you can? Graph. Solving pair of linear equation by graphical method. So easily you can score marks in the exam. See, and also what you can expect from this chapter, what other question you can expect? They will be given a simple statement will be given. That statement you have to write it in the form of linear equation. Okay, if it is given, it will be in the or question. Next chapter is quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. So from the unit quadratic equation, you can expect 3 or 4 mark 1 question, 2 mark 1 question plus 1 MCQ plus 1 short answer. How many? You can expect around 7 to 8 marks from the unit quadratic equation. You can expect around 7 to 8 marks. So the for 1 mark, you can expect what is the standard form of quadratic equation? Ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. What is the condition where a is not equal to 0? What is the degree of the quadratic equation? It is degree equals what? 2. Degree equals 2. And for 1 mark, still what they can ask? They can ask whether the given equation is in standard form or not. Otherwise, whether it is a quadratic equation. Only when the degree equals 2, we call it as a quadratic equation. Any degree other than 2, it is not a quadratic equation. So they'll give a simple equation. You should find whether it is a linear equation or not. So we'll see few simple question. And based on the discriminant, delta equals b square minus 4ac. Delta equals what? B square minus 4ac. If delta is equal to 0 or delta is greater than 0, delta is lesser than 0. Based on this, we'll have 2 mark question. Otherwise, finding the value of k. Otherwise, in the 1 mark question. If the delta equals 0, if delta is equal to 0, roots are equal. If delta is greater than 0, real and distinct. Less than 0, roots are not real. No real roots or imaginary roots. See, apart from this, for 1 mark, see for 2 marks, what they can ask? For 2 marks, they can ask, find out the roots of the quadratic equation. Roots of quadratic equation by factorization method. See, if you learn this factorization method will be useful in finding the zeros of the polynomial and also roots of the quadratic equation. So if you learn factorization method, very simple method, definitely you can score 5 marks. For example, simple equation, that is x square plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. What is the first step? Multiply first and last term, that is 6x square. If you multiply, you should get 6x square. If you add, you should get the middle term 5x. So what are the numbers? It will be 3x and 2x. So x square plus 3x plus 2x plus 6 equals to 0. Split the 5x middle term as 3x plus 2x. If you take the common factor, what will get? X into x plus 3. 2 as common factor will get x plus 3 equals to 0. You get x equals minus 2, x equals minus 3. So this is how they'll ask for. See, otherwise, if the equation is, if it is not in the standard form, what you should do? See, in one of the model paper, the equation was not in the standard form. You should convert into standard form, then you should find it. Hopefully, simple questions will be asked in the examination, whether it is in standard form. If it is not in the standard form, what you should do? You should convert into standard form. For example, see, 6x square minus 2 equals x. See, it is a quadratic equation. Whether is it in standard form? No. What you should do? You should arrange it in the form of standard form, ax square plus bx plus c. Now 6x square, shift this plus x towards LHS, it becomes minus x, minus 2 as it is 0. Now you should solve. After converting into standard form, you should find out the zeros. You should find out the roots of the quadratic equation. So from this unit, you can expect 3 or 4 mark again, a statement based problem based on the statement based problem. I suggest you to solve all the statement problems from the example, which is in the example exercise. Try to solve and learn all the examples and statement problems, that is the exercise questions, statement questions from the textbook first. Try to learn the textbook question first, then what you should do? Solve all the statement problems from the model papers, then you go to previous year. If you solve all this, definitely you can score 3 out of 3 or 4 out of 4 marks based on the statement. Very simple question will be asked. Based on what? Based on speed. Otherwise, age related sums. Speed, age. Otherwise, finding the number of marbles which is in the examples, and find the numbers where the square of the consecutive numbers is some number, like area of triangle. See, all these concepts are there in the textbook. First, try to learn questions. I repeatedly telling, first try to learn the questions which are there in the textbook, then model papers, then previous year board papers, right? That is more than enough to get that knowledge of solving quadratic equation. But don't try to ignore. See, dear students, quadratic equation statement problems, I've already posted a video which is there in my channel. Do watch the complete video. I've step by step I've solved it. Okay, do try to watch out and learn. See, dear students, you really have lot of time to learn all this concept. Do watch and complete videos. Try to learn. See, next unit, it will be arithmetic progression. See, again from the unit arithmetic progression, how many marks you can expect? 1 mark 1 question, 1 mark short answer, 2 mark 1 question, 4 mark 1 question, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can expect around 8 marks. Otherwise, maximum if they ask 1 mark MCQ, so that is 2 MCQs, you can expect around 9 marks. So probably it is around 8 to 9 marks in the examination. And also for 1 mark, what is the standard form of the AP? Arithmetic A plus D, A plus 2D, and so on. What is the common difference formula? D equals what? A2 minus A1. Based on this, to finding out the arithmetic progression, it will be asked in 4 marks based on the condition, and finding the nth term. Finding the nth term of an AP, that is using the formula an equals a plus n minus 1 into d. Finding out what? The nth term, an equals a plus n minus 1 into d, and the sum of n terms, Sn equals what? N by 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So I'll solve all these problems, so you can check it out. I've solved in detail. And importantly, for 1 marks, what you can expect, formulas, that is sum of n natural numbers. Sn equals n into n plus 1 by 2. The sum of n natural numbers is what? N into n. Sum of odd numbers is Sn equals n square. Sum of n natural odd numbers. Then sum of even numbers. Sum of even natural numbers, Sn equals n into n plus 1. And the formula to find out sum of n terms when the last term is given. When the last term is given, the formula is Sn equals n by 2 into a plus an. For 1 mark, it can be asked. So Sn equals n by 2, a plus an. For 3 or 4 marks, from where the question will come? Definitely it will be application based question will be there from the unit arithmetic progression for 4 marks. What you should do is try to solve all the 4 model paper arithmetic progression question plus all the question from previous year board papers. If you solve all this, what happens, right? You'll understand the concept. Solving this many questions, you'll have an idea how to solve it. So having this knowledge, it's sufficient to solve in the examination. So you should understand and you should try to solve previous year board papers plus all the arithmetic progression questions from 4 model papers, that is for 4 marks. And also I have posted how to solve application questions from the unit arithmetic progression. The detailed video is in my channel. Do check it out and try to learn those questions. From this chapter, definitely application based question will be there. So to score centum, that is 80 out of 80, try to solve as many questions as possible from this unit, that is for 4 marks, to get sufficient knowledge. Next, the unit is triangles. See, from the unit triangles, you can expect 4 or 5 marks theorem plus 3 or 2 marks problem plus 1 mark short, 1 MCQ, 1 short answer. So you can expect around 9 marks from this chapter. You know the important theorems. See, I'll give you the order how you have to. First you try to learn BPT, that is basic proportionality theorem, that is theorem. Then A criteria. Next SAS, yes. These 4 theorems are very important. First learn in the order like this. First give importance to state and prove Thales theorem. Next A criteria, then SAS. Then, because if you try to learn these 2 theorems, definitely you can easily learn these 2 theorems because it is interconnected. If you learn A criteria, then SAS and SSS will be very easy to learn. So try to for BPT, try to learn statement also. State and prove Thales theorem can be asked for 5 marks. If not in the preparatory, at least in the board exam, for 5 marks or for 4 marks Thales theorem, and with that try to learn. Then 1 mark based on, for example, if 4 mark question is based on BPT theorem, then 2 or 3 mark question will be there on AA criteria, SAS and Triple S. So very simple question will be there. Try to learn. There are sufficient questions are there in the textbook. That question is more than enough to gain knowledge to solve questions from the unit triangles. Based on the corollary of Thales theorem, 1 mark. If it is not asked based on A criteria. So textbook questions are more than enough. Try to learn the textbook questions. Definitely the theorem will be there for 4 marks. Try to learn. See, you will be writing exam for 80 marks. By analyzing the model paper, you can easily, the students can itself tell that what are the important questions which will be coming for this based on by factorization, sum of n terms, elimination method, mean, median, mode, so many repeated questions. Only the values will be changed. That is, number will be changed. So next chapter it will be coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry. From the unit coordinate geometry, how many marks you can expect? That is very important. 3 mark 1 question, 2 mark 1 question, 1 mark 1 question. Around 6 to 7 marks you can expect from the unit coordinate geometry, because the skill level questions has been reduced when compared to last year, around 12 marks. Here skill level, I hope so, skill questions will be from this unit. They will be given graph. From the graph you should find out the coordinates. From the coordinates, by using section formula or midpoint formula, those kind of question will be asked. And also for 2 marks, distance between 2 points, that is d equals what? Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Distance between 2 points is given by the formula d equals what? x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. And the distance of a point from the origin is given by d equals square root of x square plus y square for 1 mark. And based on the section formula, it is p of x comma y equals m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2 comma y coordinate is m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. This is the section formula. And midpoint formula, p of x comma y equals x2 plus x1 by 2 comma y2 plus y1 by 2. See, based on this, definitely the 3 mark question will be there. That will be application based question. See, I will see a sample question from the model papers here. You can see this is in the model paper where you need to find out the coordinates. See, here the figure is given. From the figure, what you have to do? You have to find out the coordinates. From the figure, you should analyze the figure, then you are finding out the coordinate. That is a skill based question. Here also you have one more question. See, finding the coordinates A and B. Then you should use the section formula to find out the coordinates of the intersection, point of intersection. So this kind of question will be asked, but I have not prepared this kind of questions, but I'll be posting the videos based on, already I have solved 3 mark and 2 mark question based on coordinate geometry. From the examination point of view, skill based question, definitely you need to learn. That I'll be posting soon. Using this, finding out the ratio m is to n. Those kind of questions are also very important. Next unit, Introduction to Trigonometry. Introduction to, from this unit, 2 mark 1 question, 3 mark 1 question, 1 mark 1 question, or others in the short answer or MCQ, around 6-7 marks, 6 marks maximum, 6 to 7 marks. So in the examination, right angle triangle will be given theta and alpha. You should find out with respect to this angle. You'll be finding out the trigonometric ratios. That is, sine theta is what? Opposite by hypotenuse. What is cos theta? Cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. What is tan theta? Opposite by adjacent. So cosecant theta will be reciprocal of sin theta. Secant theta is reciprocal of cos theta. Cot theta is reciprocal of tan theta. So based on these trigonometric ratios, definitely 2 mark 1 question will be there, and also based on standard angles. Based on standard angles and identities. Based on standard angles and identities, definitely how many marks will be there? 3 mark question will be there. What are the 3 identities we have? Sin square theta plus cos square theta equals 1. 1 plus tan square theta equals secant square theta. 1 plus cot square theta equals cosecant square theta. Based on these 3 identities, see, I've posted 53 or 1 hour minutes, 1 hour video in my YouTube, which solves complete questions based on the identities and standard angles. Try to watch, and also do try to learn the values, standard angle values. Standard values of this trigonometry is sine 0 is 0, sine 30 is 1 by 2, sine 45 is 1 by root 2, sine 60 is root 3 by 2, sine 90 is 1. In the same way, try to learn this trigonometric ratios of some specific angles. So if you learn this table, definitely 1 mark. Otherwise, if it is asked for 3 marks, you need to substitute the values and you should simplify for 3 marks. According to me, the questions from the textbooks are more than sufficient, which helps you to solve 3 mark questions in the exam. Next unit. What is the next unit? Applications of trigonometry. Four mark 1 question. From the unit applications of trigonometry, 4 mark 1 question will be there. See, the question will be based on height or the distance. See, whatever definitely the figure will be given in the examination. From the figure, you should analyze and find out the right angle triangle. Right, you should identify the right angle triangle. Then maximum you will be applying tan ratio. Other than that, you will be using sine ratio or cos ratio. These 3 ratios are more than enough to solve. Apply what? The trigonometric ratios. That is, these 3 ratios is sufficient to solve any problems from the unit applications of trigonometry. You should know the concept of angle of depression, angle of elevation. Based on that, you will be finding out the heights and distance. Definitely 4 marks application question will be there. So what you should do, you should analyze the figure, try to solve all the questions from the model paper, and also few questions from the previous year board papers. You'll have an idea how the questions has been asked. See, in textbook also there are very good problems are there. If you learn that, it gives a clear picture on how to solve. Always analyze the figure, what you need to find out, that you should analyze. Identify the right angle triangles. After identifying the right angle triangles, apply the required ratio, and see if there are more than one right angle triangle. For 4 marks, definitely minimum two right angle triangles will be there. So between these two right angle triangles, some kind of common side will be there. Using that common side, you should find out the required height or the distance. I have made a detailed video how to solve applications of trigonometry questions, which is there in my YouTube channel. So do try to watch those complete video, which will be very beneficial for you. It gives an idea how to approach the questions from the unit applications of trigonometry. Dear students, what I suggest is, don't try to leave this question. After reading the question in the examination paper, don't think that the question is very difficult, you cannot solve. Definitely write down the figure, apply the ratios, apply standard angle values. Definitely there you can get around at least half to 1 mark, and if you substitute and simplify, you might get around 2 or 3 mark. Definitely don't try to leave this question in the examination. Next, the next unit is circles. See, from the unit circles, a straight line which passes through any two distinct points of a circle. A straight line which passes to what? Two distinct points of the circle is called as what? Secant. A straight line which intersects the circle at only one point is called as what? Tangent. Based on the tangent, we have the tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. P equals what? PB. P and PB are the tangents. The tangents drawn from an external point, that is outside point to a circle, are always equal. This is very important 3 marks theorem. Otherwise, the radius drawn at the point of contact, that is the tangent, is always perpendicular. The tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the what? It is to the radius, to the point of contact. So this question has been repeatedly asked in the exam. N number of times this question has been asked, this theorem 3 marks. Otherwise, this theorem has been asked, but try to learn these two theorems. Don't take risk, try to learn these two theorems. Definitely it will be asked for 3 marks. From the unit circles, definitely 3 marks theorem will be there. And finding out base 1 mark questions can be asked, like how many tangents can be drawn from an external point, how many tangents can be drawn inside the point of a circle, how many tangents can be drawn at a point on the circle, how many tangents can be drawn to a circle, how many tangents can be drawn to a circle at a point. At a point it is only one. How many tangents can be drawn? Infinitely many number of tangents can be drawn. From the outside point it is only 2. Inside no tangents can be drawn. If a point is lying inside the circle, so if a point is lying inside the circle, so you cannot draw a tangent. The point is outside, 2 tangents. On the point, on the points on the circle, infinitely many number of tangents can be drawn. So otherwise, in the examination, they'll give the figure. What you should do, you should identify the secant or tangent. Here xy is the tangent, PQ is the secant, and it is a chord. It is a chord, it is a minor segment. In case if 1 mark question is not asked, if it is asked for 2 marks, from the try to solve questions from the textbook. See, these questions I have not included in my workshop, that is for 3 mark. So as soon as possible before this preparatory ends, I'll be posting all the worksheets. Do try to join the WhatsApp channel, which the link is there in the group. Definitely that group is going to help you for the examination. And also, if anybody wants to buy Science Target 70 Plus book, the details has been posted in the WhatsApp channel. So to try to get it, do try to read each and every question which I have included in Target 70 Plus video series called booklet, that is study material. Definitely that is going to help you. And also attend the science revision class. If you are scoring good marks in science and maths, definitely you'll be able to score good marks in other subjects, which can help you to score good marks in the examination. But very importantly, don't try to leave any question in any of the subjects. Do try to attempt at least whatever you have learnt in the class. That is when the teacher is teaching on the board, whether if you have that listening, if you have heard what the teacher has done in the class, definitely try to remember and try to write the answers. Next unit, areas related to circles. See, the shaded region concept has been deleted. Now the circumference of the circle is given by the formula 2 pi r. Area of circle is pi r square. Circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. Area of a circle is pi r square. Then area of the quadrant, that is 1 by 4 times what? Pi r square. Area of semicircle is half of pi r square. 1/4 of the circle. Semicircle is half of the circle, area of half of the circle. And area of sector formula. Area of sector is what? Theta by 360 into pi r square. Length of an arc equals what? Theta by 360 into 2 pi r. See, based on this, definitely for 3 mark question will be there. So do try to learn the questions which is there in the textbook, and also from the model papers. Very simple 4 questions are there. Try to solve the questions from the model paper. See, from the unit areas related to circle, you can expect around 1 3 mark question, and also 1 mark, if possible 1 mark 1 question. So the questions will be easy. Try to learn the questions from the textbook and also model paper. So previous year papers, the questions are based on the shaded region. Don't try to learn which is not there in the syllabus, present syllabus. Try to learn the model questions from the model paper and also the questions from the textbook. Importantly, you should learn the formulas. Next chapter will be statistics. From the unit statistics, mean or mode or median. how many questions? 3 plus 3. 2 questions will be there. It is based on mean, median, mode. 2 questions will be there for uh, carrying 3 marks each, that is for total 6 marks. Otherwise, with this it can be asked for 1 mark. 1 question will be asked, that is the empirical relationship between 3 measures of central tendency, that is central tendency, that is 3 median equals mode plus 2 mean. This is the empirical relationship between mean, median and mode. From this chapter, the direct method can be asked. Otherwise, for formula, that is assumed mean method, the formula to find out is a plus summation of fi di by summation fi. For step deviation method, x bar equals a plus summation fi ui summation fi into what? X, that is class size. So this can be asked in 1 mark. Do try to learn these formulas. Write the formula to find out the mean by assumed mean method. Otherwise, the mean by step deviation method. Direct method, it is x bar equals summation fi xi by sigma fi. Sigma or summation of fi. What is the formula to calculate mode of grouped data? Mode equals L plus f1 minus f0 divided by 2 f1 minus f0 minus f2 into what? H. Median equals L plus n by 2 minus Cf by f into H. See, these are the repeated questions which has been asked in the examination. Do try to learn from the model paper and previous year board paper. That is sufficient to score 6 to 7 marks from the unit statistics. Dear students, do subscribe the channel. I'll be posting 3 mark, 4 marks questions with the explanation in my YouTube channel. Do subscribe the channel and also do join the WhatsApp channel, so it will be beneficial for your examination. So let me quickly recap what you can expect from the unit statistics. Mean, median, mode for 3 marks. Plus 3 marks, 2 questions will be there, and based on empirical relation for 1 marks, 3 median equals mode plus 2 mean, and finding out the mean by direct method, that is mean equals sigma fi xi by summation of fi. Assume mean method, mean equals a plus sigma fi di divided by sigma fi. Step deviation method, mean equals a plus summation fi ui divided by summation fi into h. So based on the mean, mode for based on grouped data, and median based on grouped data for 3 marks will be asked. So do try to solve the problems from the previous board papers and also the question from the model papers. After the completion of this preparatory examination tomorrow, I'll be posting the key answers. Otherwise, I'll be coming live to discuss the key answers tomorrow around 2 o'clock or after 2 o'clock. So do try to check how much you have learned, how much you need to prepare for the examination. That gives an idea. This preparatory exam, do try to attempt all the questions, which wherever you have made mistake, try to discuss with your teachers. So that those mistakes should not be repeated in the final examination. Next chapter, it will be probability. From the unit probability, 1 plus 2 plus or 1 plus 1 plus 2 or 1 plus 3. Maximum you can expect around 5 marks. Probability of any event is given by n of e divided by n of s. What is the probability of sure event? It is 1. Probability of impossible event, it is 0. So probability of complementary events, that is P of E, and P of complement of event is what? 1. For example, in a game, if the probability of winning a game is 0.7, what is the probability of losing? It is 0.3. That is 1 minus 0.7, you get 0.3. The sum of probability of all the elementary events of an experiment is 1. If you toss 2 coins, what are the outcomes? H, that is headed, head, tail, tail, head, or tail, tail. If they ask you to find out the probability of getting it, at most one head. At most means maximum one head should be there. That is 2 by 4. That is 1 by 2. What is the probability of getting at least? At least means minimum one head you should have. That is, it will be 3 by 4. Hope you understood the difference between at least and at most. At least means minimum one head. At most means maximum one head should be there, not more than that. So if you are throwing the dice, what is the sample space? It will be S equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So n of s is what? N of s is 6. Based on this, you can have question. If 2 dice are thrown simultaneously, the total outcome n of s will be 36. There are many questions, simple questions are there in the textbook. Exercise, do try to solve. Definitely those questions will be there in the examinations. Probability is a very simple unit where you can score out of 4. So don't try to leave any question in the examination. Do try to attempt. Next, the important chapter for the examination is surface and volumes. Surface areas and volumes. See, from the unit surface areas and volumes, how many marks you can expect? 1 plus 1 plus 4 or 5. So otherwise 2 plus 4. 2 mark 1 question, 4 mark 1 question. Okay, but it is around 6 to 7 marks will be there, and also based on combination of solids. So from this unit, what you should do, first try to learn all the formulas. If you learn all the formulas, that means you can easily score 2 marks in the MCQs, and 1 mark in MCQ and 1 mark in very short answers, and those formulas will be useful to find out, to solve the questions which is asked in 4 or 5 marks. So first try to learn the formulas. CSA, TS and volume of all the solids: cube, cuboid, cylinder, cone, sphere and hemisphere. And also you should know the relationship between volume of cylinder and volume of cone. So volume of cylinder will be equal to 3 times the volume of cone. So in the examination they'll give you the volume of cone. If they ask volume of cylinder, just you need to multiply by 3. If the volume of cylinder is given, for example, if 300 is the volume of cone. If you want to find the volume of cylinder, it will be 3 into 300. That is 900 centimeter cube or meter cube. If 300 is the volume of cylinder, what is the volume of cone? Just 300 by 3 will get 100. So based on combination of solids and volumes from the textbook questions, try to learn the textbook questions are very conceptual questions are there. If you learn those questions from the textbook, definitely you'll be able to solve that in the examination. I've posted the detailed video based on surface irrigation, that is last year I have posted for last year examination. But if you are learning, if you are checking those videos, try to learn only which is there, like conversion of one solid to another. Last year it was there, it is not there this year. Try to learn, don't try to learn those, but based on combination of solids, and you can expect volume of solids, definitely can expect 4 marks. See, has seen the students scoring 1 or 2 marks less out of 80. They this when evaluating the papers, they score 78, 70. The unit where they lag is they score 1 or 2 marks less is from the unit surface areas, because they find difficulty in multiplication of decimals, multiplication of fractions, division of decimals. So you should be very careful in calculation of from this unit, especially from this unit you should be very careful. So don't, my suggestion is, in the examination, don't try to attempt this question at the beginning itself. When you solve all the question, keep this question at the end, because in the beginning itself, if you waste around 15 to 20 minutes solving this kind of problems, so it will be very difficult to manage the time to solve other questions. So first try to solve the questions which you feel very easy, then try to attempt this question at the end, because it will save you lots of time. And also you need time to verify the answers, because of the decimal points, what happens, the students might struggle. So my suggestion is, try to learn the multiplication of decimals, division of decimals. So if you learn the questions from the textbook, that is sufficient. So it gives the knowledge about all the basic concepts. So dear students, hopefully the live session was helpful to you. Do watch the videos of quadratic equation, coordinate geometry, surface areas and volumes. Maximum concepts videos have been posted in my YouTube channel. Do try to watch out, try to learn, practice again and again. I'll be posting the worksheets soon based on 3 hours after this preparatory. I'll be posting those worksheets for 3 marks, 4 marks. So download those worksheets, try to solve, definitely, which will be helpful. And also best wishes for your tomorrow's preparatory examination. Don't forget to join the WhatsApp channel. So I've already conducted around 6 to 7 maths quizzes in my WhatsApp channel, which can be beneficial for your examination. And also try to learn each and every concept. Still you have many days, around 20 days. Definitely those days are sufficient for you to solve and learn. So if you are struggling, for passing itself, then don't worry. There are many questions, repeated concepts are there. Those concepts you try to solve again and again, like graphical method, mean, median, mode, theorems, factorization, sum of n terms, factorization, finding the roots of the quadratic equation, factorization method, then finding the zeros of the polynomial. Definitely you can easily score 40 to 50 marks minimum, I'm saying. If you solve all those model papers and learn, those who want to score 80 on 80, try to learn all the questions from the textbook and learn the model papers and previous year board papers, which will be helpful for you to solve. Dear students, in case we are conducting a maths and science workshop, those details I have posted in my WhatsApp channel. So if you want to register for it, only for 100 students, only the workshop is for 100 students, only those are in Bangalore, you can attend those workshops. With me, other resource teachers will be there. For science, we have a state resource person which has more than 25 years of experience in the field of teaching, and he got national award also. Definitely those sessions will be helpful. And if you want to take the target 70 plus science book, you can contact the number which I have posted in my WhatsApp channel. Thank you for watching and attending this live session. We'll be continuing with science live session, that is before the preparatory examination. Thank you. All the best for your examinations as well as preparatory examination. In case if you're scoring less in the preparatory examination, take it as a challenge and try to improve yourself in the final examination. At the end, the marks are not the final. Definitely you have many opportunities to score good marks. Try to learn from the mistakes. That is very important. Once again, all the best. Thank you.